How would you feel if, to be considered attractive by your peers, you were forced to eat to the point of sickness? Would you be willing to break your feet to fit the perfect shoe? How about permanently scar your face? This might sound extreme, really like torture, but in other cultures and countries, people go to extremes to be considered beautiful. By understanding these traditions of others, perhaps we can look into our own traditions with more understanding. I have done research using sources such as the MSN Encyclopedia, the book Body Sculpting, and Wikipedia. Today, I'm going to talk about what unusual physical features or modifications are considered attractive to people in other cultures. I'll tell you a bit about the background of body modifications, foot binding, eating to stay overweight, and other interesting body modifications. We're going to start by looking at the background of modifications. Body modifications can refer to incision, staining, insertion of foreign materials, removal of a whole body part, perforation, and adhesion. In the United States, body modifications can range from something such as plastic surgery to body piercings and tattoos. Sometimes they're extreme, but mostly they're limited to nose jobs, ear piercings, arm tattoos, and that sort of thing. And that is what is considered normal to us. Around the world, there are vastly different opinions about what's normal or attractive. Modifying the body has been seen throughout history. In fact, the first reconstructive surgery was probably in India around 600 BC. Toward the end of the 19th century, plastic surgery made many advancements. All modifications are not done in piercing parlors and in hospitals under the supervision of a doctor. Some modifications are very, very dangerous and extremely painful. Chinese foot binding began in the 10th century and lasted until the 20th. Men found the bound feet extremely attractive. However, they were only allowed to see the foot covered with the lotus shoe. Here it is. Foot binding involved breaking the toes and foot and wrapping them up in bandages with the broken foot folded at the arch. Now, this ideal foot measured between 3 inches and 3.5 inches. Bound feet were usually painful for life, and they sometimes prevented the Chinese women from doing even simple things such as walking around unsupervised. Feet are not the only thing that can be modified. Sometimes the entire body is modified. In India, no one, regardless of how much wealth they amass, believes thin is beautiful. That is a sign of affluence. And Mauritania, girls began being force-fed as early as 5 years old. Here is a woman from Mauritania. Now, they are not allowed to refuse to eat. And if they refuse, they'll be tortured until they eat or refuse to eat their own vomit. Gaining stretch marks is extremely important, especially on the upper arm. Old poetry romanticized women immobilized by their fat. Mohammed El Mokhtar Al-Salam, a 52-year-old Mauritian, says that a thin woman just looks like a stick wrapped up, and that's partly due to what they wear. There are many other modifications that exist all over the world. In Africa, the Nuba tribe cuts scars into their faces to be perceived as beautiful. Some Vietnamese people dye their teeth black. This tooth lacquering requires that many chemicals be layered onto the teeth over and over a period of time, and eventually they'll get black teeth. In Tibet, stretched earlobes are a symbol of wisdom. So all over the world, there are many different odd things going on to us. So in conclusion, there are many different concepts of beauty all over the world. And today, I've discussed background information on body modifications, foot binding, overeating to gain weight, and other modifications. I hope that you learned something about what is considered beautiful in other cultures and have had a chance to step back and think about what is considered beautiful in ours and how strange it might seem So, thank you for your time.